All around the world, there are groups of people that engage in high-risk and dangerous activities. These high-risk activities include free soloing, canyoneering, and even surviving in the wild. All of these activities are very dangerous and require an extreme amount of skill and preparedness in order to survive them. When people successfully complete these tasks, they return home to people commemorating them with positive comments and are given awards and are seen as brave and heroic. One adventurer that has experienced this positive feeling is Alex Honnold. However, if a person attempts one of these activities and fails, the activity could result in a fatality or severe injury. In contrast to the people that succeed, the people that fail at these tasks are not welcomed home with rays of positivity. Most adventurers, if they return home, come back to a hurricane of criticism and negativity. An example of this hate could be Aron Ralston or Chris McCandless. Society treats Chris, Alex, and Aron differently from each other based on the outcome of their expeditions. Aron Ralston is an American mountaineer, climber, and canyoneer. Since Ralston was young, he has always had a love for the outdoors and spent time skiing, backpacking, and when he was old enough, Aron got a job as a rafting guide. In 2002, Aron decided to leave the security of his job as an engineer and moved to Colorado to pursue his dream as a professional climber. Aron spent his days working towards climbing all of Colorado's Fortiniers. However, tragedy struck Aron on April 26 of 2003 while Aron was canyoneering in a slot canyon in Utah. A boulder became dislodged, crushing his left arm and then pitting his right wrist against the canyon wall. Aron was trapped in the slot canyon. Ralston tried to pull his arm out for 5 days while eating and drinking the small amount of food and water that he had left. At the end of the 5th day, Aron began to prepare himself to amputate his arm. It took Ralston 1 hour to amputate his arm and free himself from the boulder. After freeing himself, Ralston then had to climb up a slot canyon, rappelled 65 feet down a cliff, and then walk 6 miles until he was found by a family of tourists. When Aron's story went public, he was hit by a wave of criticism and hate on Reddit. One person stated, "I have both arms because I'm not as stupid as this guy." Others stated, "Such a mad lad." These are just a few of the thousands of hate comments written about Aron. Most of these comments attacked Aron on a personal and public level. People messaged him on social media platforms along with posting their own opinions about Aron's expedition. Instead of celebrating and welcoming home Aron, people attacked him for his failure and injuries. However, if Ralston had succeeded in his expedition, he would have been celebrated or viewed as brave, much like other celebrated explorers. In contrast to Aron Ralston, Alex Honnold is viewed as an American hero. Alex Honnold is an American mountaineer and climber. Alex has been climbing since he was 5 and is known for his world records for climbing all around the world. At age 31, Alex Honnold was the first climber to ever free solo El Capitan, which is a 3,600-foot wall of sheer granite. This climb took Alex 15 years of preparation and analysis of his route. Alex practiced his route for countless hours with proper safety equipment before his free solo attempt of El Capitan. Alex free soloed the route in just 3 hours and 56 minutes, with a route of 2,900 feet. Alex returned home as an American hero for his successful climb. Soon after his successful attempt of El Capitan, Alex Honnold was awarded the Pilot d'Or. The Pilot d'Or is an annual mountaineering and alpine climbing award that has been recognizing professional climbers since 1992. Not only was Alex welcomed home as a hero and given awards, but he also received thousands upon thousands of positive and encouraging comments on social media websites such as Reddit and YouTube. On Reddit, one person stated, "This is incomprehensible to me. Just incredible." Another person stated, "This is actually unbelievable. Amazing is an understatement for this accomplishment." Despite the fact that what Alex did is extremely dangerous and could result in a worse fate than Aron Ralston, people still welcomed him home as an American climbing hero. Chris McCandless was a young man from Annandale, Virginia. Chris attended Emory University and graduated with a bachelor's degree in history and anthropology. However, soon after Chris's graduation, he decided to leave his home and school and travel across the country to reach his end destination of Alaska, in which McCandless would attempt to survive 100 days in the wilderness unhelped and alone. Chris traveled along the West Coast, meeting new friends and forming new relationships. Chris went into the wild with very little preparation or proper equipment. Chris planned on surviving and living off the land for just 100 days. However, McCandless's lack of preparation led him to his death of starvation. After surviving 113 days, Chris died in what his family believed to be a very peaceful death. In the months following Chris's death, officials worked hard to identify Chris's body and notify his family. When Chris's story went public, his family received thousands of comments of criticism. On Reddit, one person said, I think he was ignorant and chose to stay ignorant, which was dumb. What annoys me is that someone made a movie out of ignorant person makes dumb choice and dies. Like, that's not something to be glorified. Another person said it was both. People who idolize this guy are idiots. Why would you idolize anyone who was too lazy to learn what they needed to survive and then died as a result? Despite the fact that Chris was passed on by the time that his story had gone public and was being attacked, his family then had to endure the hate while processing their grief of Chris's death. Chris received hate for dying on his expedition. However, if Chris were to have survived, Chris would have been left alone and received much less negative comments, if any. All of these explorers were treated differently for the outcome of their exploration. However, the danger levels and risks in each of their expeditions are nearly the same. So why do people judge them differently? In one interview with Alex Honnold, he gives his view on criticism.
I think that free soloing is a very emotionally charged subject, and so it draws strong reactions from everybody. If you fall and die, everybody thinks you're an idiot, you're a risk taker, you're a daredevil, like, what an idiot. If you succeed, then everybody celebrates you as a big hero. But the reality is you're the same person either way.
All throughout the world, there are groups of people taking risks to make them feel as though they are living life to the fullest. These people experience unfair and unequal criticism for their life's choices. This group of risk takers continue to live their lives the way they feel as though it should be lived, and that's what we need in modern day society.